How are you guys doing today? Good morning. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning. It's nice and sunny back here.
Give a nice welcome to Amajam. You guys might have seen her too recently on the Wealth Chart Summit. She was a part of that. It was an amazing time. Let's get it, guys. Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's what we need. That's what we need.
Let's do it. And then Amajama, just letting you know. Oh, let me go ahead and give you that. Just letting you know as well, we are just gonna be randomly giving away accounts, just so you know. In the chat, guys, I want you guys to drop what account you guys want. And we'll see if we can make that happen. Let's keep getting the audience growing, and then once we do, we'll be dropping accounts. All right, let me get you those perms real quick. Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, the Prime account's pretty good structure. 1 day pass, 3 day to get payout. Good payout caps too. So that's huge. Yeah.
All right, Amajama, you should be good now. If not, then Tori, you gotta fix it because I don't know what else.
Oh, for the screen share?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Let's try this. It's not letting you? Let's see.
Hey, 11, do you know how to allow that? Because I definitely forgot. You're gonna be a mod for today, Amajama.
Oh boy!
Just so you know.
I do get a little click happy with those bands. I'll tell you what. No, I'm just kidding.
Does it work now or no?
Mod sometimes.
No, I still have a little red block for screen share. Maybe I need to leave and come back up for it to.
Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah, let me try leaving and coming back up real quick.
Alrighty, guys. Yes, guys, let's go ahead and give away in cam on, please.
There nowadays, and we were really kind of starving for that volatility through the little bit of chop we had earlier this year, but lately we've had great volatility, as you can see in the last week. I'm going to pop up the 4-hour chart here on NQ. We could kind of see where, let me get rid of some of this extra stuff from the trading I've been doing, but we can see I'm a fibs girl. But no, not your traditional fibs, not all the levels. I think it's overkill and absolutely pointless to have every level on your fibs. Because essentially what it's doing is, unless you are timing your entries perfect, which, let's be real, no one's going to perfectly time their entries ever. That's just not the reality of trading. So with fibs, I only use specific levels. I use a 0.25, a 0.5, and a 618. That's the levels I use. And we can see clearly here how after FOMC last week, just big picture trading a little bit, we did bounce off that midpoint from our March lows to our all-time highs pretty perfectly. I mean, almost to the dollar, which was also this major confluence right here. Because just charting 101, I only give a crap about where we actually switch directions. So charting, whether it's the 1 minute, the 4 hour, anything in general, I only care about these areas where we're actually switching directions. I don't want to chart anything within a range. These are the levels I care about. So like this entire, I don't care about any of this. There was no real support or resistance there. I only care about these specific levels. So this level right here was a key level, incredibly important. And sure, it's easy to say like, okay, after the fact, Amy, we see that. But no, we saw that ahead of time. We had a clean range here. We had the fibs on the screen. We could kind of almost predict that's where we were going to bounce. That does nothing for us trading on the 1 minute, the 5 minute today. Of course, I understand that overall. It does nothing for us. But it does kind of taking that 5-10 minutes a day to look at the big picture first, 4 hour daily, and then kind of zooming in from there really does give you a better perspective of what to watch for overall. And in continuation trading, like today, it could get a little bit tricky. If you're not if you're a trader that is kind of trading the full range of the day, because there's a couple different futures traders. We're taking 20-30 trades a day, and we're really looking for that high velocity, that big punch, 50, 60, 70 points in a 5 minute range done out. You might buy in and out of trades, micro scalping. That's why there's the 10, just lowered to 10 seconds. Thank you, FFF. That's why there is rules like that. A lot of people love that micro scalping in general. So, and then you've got like the actual range traders, the ones that let's find our ranges, let it play out, have our predetermined stops, our predetermined entry levels, and that's it. And while I think it's fantastic live trading, like right here, right now, if we find a trade in a few minutes, fantastic. But when you're kind of left to your own devices, I think a lot of newer traders specifically that are looking to get into that profitable category really struggle with over trading, taking too many entries, and then the spin out starts, the tilt starts. I was up 500 on the day, and I'm in an end of day drawdown, or end of day, so I know I've got 2,500 buffer now instead of 2,000, and you start to slip. We start to slip in our trading more. Yes, we can open up the risk now, especially if we're in the process of getting funded. We're still in our evals, and we open it up a little more. But what happens with that is, especially in the prop space, because anyone that's come from like options into prop accounts, we know that it's so easy to trade so much faster than pulling up the options contracts, looking through them, picking our contract, the buys and the sells. Everything moves slower in options compared to the futures accounts. So we know how easy it is. I think the number one thing for myself and the people I mentor, that I really, really hit on with futures in general, is over trading. So when you're not kind of with a mentor and following the space, those type of things, and left to your own devices trading, um, we really do want to kind of come in with a game plan at the beginning of the day. Like if I'm just opening my computer right now and everything's eliminated on my screen, I'm looking for the 4 hour chart, and let's get set up to take a trade right now. What is the process going to be for that for me personally? And the first thing is, instantly, when we have a very clean range like we do right here, first thing I'm interested in is fibs, because we haven't had any big pullbacks within this level at all, which is check mark number one for me. Absolutely. So that makes it a strong fibs chart. And second is, one of my kind of rules of thumb with fibs is, if we look at a box and we were to put any kind of range into a box like this, we want it to be better than a 45-degree angle, meaning we want it to be at least this type of angle. We don't want flat movement. We don't want something that's creeping up like this. We want it to be in this upper quadrant of the box. Cleaner price action on a fibs equals higher probability of successful trading, period. A lot of people will drop fibs on an incredibly choppy range, a range with way too high of pullbacks, that type of stuff. So let's compare just this versus this. This is A plus fibs right here. This is like, and this is going to seem a little complicated if you never trade with fibs before. I'm telling you, you will literally in 15 minutes feel much more comfortable with fibs. Just listening to these couple little things I want to hit on before we get started here. I don't want to draw fibs on this. This is chop. The liquidity has been cleared out way too many times. Where are the orders still hiding if we look at this range right here today? Where do we feel like there is going to be expectations of good price action, of hidden liquidity, where the orders are stacked up, stop losses are set, all those things. Now, first of all, what we love looking at this chart, if I extend this out, is we can see that today, just with this little wick right here, we cleared this liquidity. The most recent high, we have cleared that out. We have created a higher high. And what that means with the liquidity is the liquidity doesn't like magically regrow. Once you clear out a liquidity at a level, it's gone. 1 penny over, it's gone. A lot of people like kind of trade liquidity kind of, in an off way for me, because liquidity equals dollars, pools of money, black pools, all the sexy things people want to call it, order blocks, whatever ICT, whatever strategy is dollars and cents that are more dollars and cents sitting there than anywhere else. And the reason it's more dollars and cents sitting there versus anywhere else is because we had pure reversal there. We had a clear uptrend turn into a clear downtrend. So that equals two things. It equals 1 penny above this level. Any shorts that have been playing long term have stop losses, have losses set right there. And the same thing with the longs. They have the buy orders set there. So there's this surge of money sitting 1 penny above these areas that are our last time we truly tested that range, just sitting there. What happened today, this morning, it was cleared out. And it ended up being a money point. We ended up hitting a resistance there and pulling back. So that in mind, just a really quick liquidity overview. Obviously, we have some sitting here. We have some sitting here. We have some sitting here. All right. But all this shit in between, pardon my French, I don't care about. Yes, it's going to matter. Yes, if we were to put on our volume profile right now, we're going to see it's nasty. It's disgusting. We've got this big bulge of just chop sitting there, all sorts of money, which is not ideal for taking entries. It's just kind of crap here. It is. It's not ideal, but we're sitting above it. So it gives me hope on the day, guys. I have hope because as we could see, let me delete all this crap off my chart here. All right. So what it tells me though, it gives me hope that we can still have some good trading today. Because days like this, I kind of have a little sinking hole in my stomach of we have ripped for days upon days. The bulls are back, baby. We know that. But we also know that overall it has moved a lot. So how do we at this point, where do we start today? Because do we expect to continue going straight up? First, so we talked about fibs a little bit. I've got this little box drawn. We can check the box of it was straight up, so we could definitely eventually draw fibs on there. We are sitting just above, literally, a 90-day point of control being the liquidity. All the money, that's the money point sitting right there. And now, does it mean it's right at that spot on that dollar? No. But it does mean that this entire block right here, we can kind of expect, for the most part, pretty rough trading. But on top of that, we ripped through it yesterday. We ripped through it. There was no hiccups, no stumbling blocks, nothing. We just pushed. So that tells me the bulls were there. They were absolutely still buying. All right, cool. So we know all those things. We also feel a little bit apprehensive that we have ripped for 5 days. We have to come down, right? Like we can't keep going. That's absolutely untrue. That's never true overall. I am not an RSI trader. I don't care if the RSI is on 98 on the daily. Usually the best squeezes you're going to get in a broad market overall is above 70. That's usually when you really get that screaming price action. Like on a 5-minute chart, I don't even like to take an NQ long, an Apple trade, anything like that until my RSI is above 55. So I want that hot RSI because we want those things to line up to really get that push. So anyway, all that kind of said as an overview, if I'm just getting on the charts right now and I'm a little bit of a fibs and volume trader, that's really what I'm looking at. So we obviously see right here was kind of our last point of, that I'm kind of dialed in on the downside, first of all, because it was an actual place where we hit pure rejection and bounced. We pushed back through. On this 4 hour, I can draw all sorts of fair value gaps, all the things that's to come. But for now, I want my fibs on this range because it is a sexy straight up range. We move pretty much straight up. We have checks that check that box. Remember, I was talking about with my fibs, I want it to be in this upper half of the box. I want it to be at least a 45-degree angle, and I want no pullbacks more than 25% in any of it. We never got any of that. So right here, and this is not pre-planned or anything else, but what we immediately notice, so my levels again that I use, let me put that away so you could see, I use the 0.25, the 0.5, the 618, and the 1. That's it. Does that mean the 386 doesn't matter? No, we can see some action at those zones. But what it does mean as far as pure risk reward, now I'm showing this on a 4 hour. I will use a fibs on 5 minutes worth of price action. You can use it on a 1 minute candle, really, when it's a breakout candle and we want to test a back test to take a scalp and it bounces off the midpoint of that candle. I mean, that is a sexy scalp entry. But on a long term, to start the day, these three ranges. Why the 0.25? Because really it's kind of the 618 and then standard deviations. The 0.25, I could add like the 0.75, but it doesn't work with my risk reward. So I just eliminate it because I'm not interested in taking trades in this area at all, unless it's a loss of a 618 or a bounce off it. I'm just not interested in entries in here. So these are the areas that I'm interested in areas. So they stick. First thing we see, that 0.25 is right at this confluence. So if we were to be bearish today, if we were to start instantly really selling off today, because remember, we've already cleared liquidity of this point here. So that's donezo. It still matters as a point, but it's done. And then like overnight, a lot of people trade London high, London low, Asia high, Asia low, pre-market high, low, whatever it might be. Yes, those levels matter, but here's the thing. The only reason those levels matter is retail traders made them matter, and there's more retail traders trading now than ever before. Because in a pure volume liquidity sense, there is nothing for volume. Nothing for volume in overnight. So they don't actually matter as a liquidity, as a money point, as a money spot. They matter because there's enough retail traders now that all care about those levels. They have turned into like a mini money spot. So of course we do care about those as well. But on our 5 minute chart here, we have drawn our fibs. We have identified that this 0.25 is kind of that key level that we would look for if we started to get bearish first off. So that's the long term. So now let's get to the short term. We've got that already kind of in play here. Let me lock it so I don't accidentally, let me lock it so I don't accidentally move it, and we will move on from there. So next, I'm just logging on for the day, and we could see second, whatever you want to call it. You call it your London low, pre-market low. I really don't care, but this overnight kind of key low level is the next thing instantly that is catching my eye. And we are actually in a liquidity draw right now. So let's turn to the 1 minute and see if we can maybe get a trade off that here. Because as you can see, let me flip to the 1 minute. When we cleared liquidity, I love these liquidity clear out trades is kind of long story short of what I'm looking at. We had this overnight low. And then as we could see right here, the second we had breached it initially, which was right here, I'm looking for entries in those levels. And what I'm looking at for entries is once we clear it out, even just a penny of a clear out there, I'm looking for the next candle to touch that level, meaning I need a second touch. We wanted that dip down with the liquidity clear out and then a second touch of that exact level to the penny. And when we got that, whichever way that candle starts to move, that's the trade I'm looking for. Now, it's difficult to explain after the fact. I have to show you in real time, but that was a nice long at that point. The second thing I'm looking for now, we are in this like little triple bottom here, but we have not cleared liquidity of this impulse candle, as we could see right here, which was a liquidity clear out of low a day. We could clearly see. So at this point here, I'm set up for a couple things. First off, let me get rid of this for now. I really don't need it. Let's draw a fibs on today's range. So it's going to be the highs to the lows because it's selling. If it's highs to lows, you're drawing from highs to lows. If it's lows to highs, you're drawing with the trend. So on my day trades, not scalps, on my day trades, I have a couple key levels I'm looking to take trades. On the confirmation, meaning the confirmation 5-minute candle of the break of the 0.25, I'm looking for the longs there into the 0.5 with an instant stop loss set up for a 1-minute candle open and close below that 0.25. So it's very tight stop losses. Our parameters on these type of trades are essentially usually about a $1 risk for a $4 profit, somewhere like that. That's the first true trade I'm looking for, but that's not even the A plus trade. The A plus trade is if and when sometime today, and now remember this, when the stream ends, when we move on with our day, all that stuff, this 0.5, that's what we want to see. What move happens off this midpoint, which is also, another, everybody loves to talk about orb. Look where the 0.5 is. If we put on our 15-minute, 30-minute, choose your poison. I really don't care. But it's sitting right at that orb of the 15-minute and the 30-minute. So, it kind of stacks up with that as well. That's the key trade I'm looking for any day, anytime when we've already sold off. What's next? Do I take the continuation trade? When can we get the next trade in? It's lunchtime. There's not as much volatility. I keep trying to overtrade, all those type of things. For me, all I care about is volume. That's the only thing that matters in the entire market. And every single catchphrase you hear along the way from fair value gaps, inverted fair value gaps, ICT, average true range, orb, everything else is all a play on volume. All of it. It's the only thing that matters. Because think about it, guys. Candles, all that candles are is a visual representation for us as humans to what the numbers are actually doing. So, we are literally just watching what the math is showing us. So all I care about is the math behind it. So right now we're about to clear this low a day. Let's get prepped for a trade. Let's see if we get this liquidity draw, which creates the lower low. Now we're not taking the trade on the lower low. We're taking the trade on what happens after that. So we're going to wait and we're going to see what happens off this lower low. And I'm really okay. So there's the pop down. All right. So now when we get these liquidity clear out candles like this, there's a couple different things that take place. First off is where is the midpoint of our drop down candle here? Because this was kind of a liquidity candle, pretty violent. I instantly midpoint this candle. Now this midpoint might change as it moves throughout. I want the midpoint of this candle. I instantly want to establish that on any violent candles like that. And this is pure scalping. All right, so I identified the midpoint of this candle. We have cleared out liquidity of low a day. Those two things I'm watching right now. It's going to tell me two different things. Now, if we backtest the midpoint of this candle right here with an instant rejection, I'm going to want to take entry there, but I'm not even actually prepped to trade. I'm talking so much. I don't even have anything pulled up yet. Give me a minute, guys. Sorry about that. We'll market it. We'll limit so we could set brackets. Let's do the limit.
Make sure you read the message from my dad. I did.
So on this, well, I wasn't prepped for my trade, which is very unfortunate. But sorry, guys. I will be prepped for the next one. I really wanted to kind of give an overview of my philosophy in general and then go from there. But I've got the long pulled up as well. So I was not prepped yet. Sorry, guys. But the whole point behind this was I was a couple seconds too late. But the midpoint of this candle right here, the second we come back and we back test this and the next candle open below that midpoint, we're instantly buying. And within that insta buy, I want to bracket on with 10-point max to the upside, meaning my bracket automatically on the short is going to be with the buy here and a 10-point. And then on NQ in particular, I expect at least 40 points on these liquidity draws. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 40 points off this midpoint. And that's just built in. The range you can expect is 40 points. So right here, that 40-point range with an 8-point stop to 10 points max. So we have a 1 to 4 built in here. We are right back to this midpoint. So let's really get ready to trade here. I'm going to pull up my brackets. I don't usually actually trade on TradingView. I chart on TradingView, and I actually buy and sell on Tradeabate at the same time. So I do not have this queued up for. Should have set all this up first. I apologize, guys. So the sell, I'm looking for the sell here. Market sell. Right. Right. Change the amount to 3. Oh, I'm on the NQ chart. Well, that sucks. I guess I'm trading minis because I am not about to flip to the other chart. All right, we'll just buy and sell 1. This is just a combine account anyway. So we'll just use it for shits and giggles. All right, so we're going to be ready to trade here. It's going to be 1. So we can see we've got the volatility set up here. I apologize, guys. I was not prepped to actually take trades. I got so caught in the education part that I was not prepped to take this trade. So what I'm watching here in particular is, as we could see right here, the original low a day, we came back, we back tested, and those scalps right there are very, very profitable overall. But now we're waiting, we're hitting triple rejection of the middle of the first liquidity draw down candle. So at that point, we're really looking for that confirmation to break back up, or because we're starting to chop again, I don't like the short again here. Now I've kind of got to wait for everything to kind of reset again because we did get the 40-point drawdown. So now I'm going to pull down my fibs. Oh, well, I don't give a shit. I feel like I just dropped the ball not having everything pulled up for that trade. Again, I'm sorry. But anyway, so what we're looking at here, back to the teaching, because that's what I can do in the moment instead of take the trade. At this point, really the only long I'm even interested in is at the break of that 0.25 up through our 0.5, or the rejection of that 0.25 into a double bottom kind of bounce there. And at the same time, flipping it to the 5-minute, identifying kind of our pockets where we can get a little bit of confirmation within this range as well for our scalp. So obviously we've got our fair value gap here. That's the first thing I'm immediately noticing. So a back test into that area with the break is also a secondary scalp entry. But for now, we're just going to kind of wait and see how it plays out here. There's no ideal entry. The liquidity draw to the downside was actually perfect. So I'm definitely disappointed. I was a little bit too late. But for anyone newer that's not net profitable consistently, it's kind of a good lesson for you not to chase in, because as
the 25%, because I do similar. Like I'll measure at a range like that, and I'll try to get the trade. If let's say I measure at a range we're above 50%, I wouldn't enter if we're above 50%, because you want to have the most potential on the move. So that's huge, and just playing up to 50% is a really good area.
See, that's interesting to me because, and I can appreciate that. I don't enter, and I don't suggest entry at the 0.5 because we do have that 618. For me, that's really the area more than entry into a long at the 0.5, especially an uptrend. If this was flipped and we were in uptrend today, I'm looking at the 0.5 for the rejection to play the short again, more than the long. The long, I want that 0.25 break, or I want the break of our 618 into full retrace. I'm not taking the 0.5 long because that 618 is also a level that's going to matter overall. So like, yeah, like I agree. I don't take the long automatically at the 0.5. At that point, we want the confirmation at the 0.5. So I'm taking the long at the break of the 0.25 up. And then at the 0.5, that's my level I'm hyper focused in to take another short. Or if we actually get our reversal for the full day, full retrace into this. Because if you're not in at that 0.25 break, this is really kind of a bull trap. If you're not in a long at the 0.25, I'm not touching any further long in this part here. Like if you're not in here, you have to wait and sit on your hands till up towards this area here. Yeah, because you can get trapped in that area. Yeah, so I agree. Maybe I didn't kind of explain it right, but I do agree with what you said overall. On
it's good to get it really good. Yeah, if you get it at the top, I mean, it's kind of overextended, you can go either way. And if it's really strong, sure, it can keep blasting up, but it's best to get that lower entry, and that's a really good way to kind of scope it out.
Yeah, that 0.25, because that's kind of it's a play on standard deviations as well. You know, and that 0.25, kind of that dead cat bounce where a lot of bulls can get trapped. And that's more like day trades versus like straight scalping. On straight scalping, I'm already looking for kind of the longs right here. Because we have kind of cleared a new liquidity, even though it's not the same. Guys, for me personally, this liquidity is a meaningful one. First one of the day, first breach of that low a day. This is where the order's built up. With making new lows here, we aren't like automatically, it's not like we magically have built up all this liquidity and 4 minutes later we have like a new order block just sitting here as we broke this low again. This is just kind of continuation of that first liquidity breach. So there's not a bunch of volume built up here. So you can't expect like that same volatile move I was talking about originally with this breach, because again, we are creating lower lows with the pop each time. It's not like we have the same order blocks or volume built up that we had right here. So really for the long at this point, I am watching for the break of like 29,735 to play through is really where I'm still focused on. And then the confirmation would be our first breach candle. I'm looking for that for our confirmation for continuation. So the break up, let me put on my 5 minutes, that's fine. Yeah. So the break of our candle bodies here, and then with the confirmation at 29,752, I do expect if we break through that 29,752 to the upside, that we should break right into the fair value gap on the 5 minute, and then a target trim at the 29,796. But for right now, there's not a trade for me, specifically right here.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm looking for a long right now too, but I'm being patient. I don't want to get caught up in this. It looks like we could just keep. So I trade pretty much ICT concepts. It sounds like you trade. I mean, ICT is not even
a little bit,
like the offer, gaps and some liquidity, stuff like that. But it's just tough right now.
It's bad price action, and I hate trading lunch. I am a first 90-minute trader. I like very volatile. I like volatility, and the cleaner price action. Today is a very choppy, slow melt day where you get these violent bounces in between each new low. So really, in this type of day, you want your shorts on the bounces more than you don't want your shorts at the bottom of these. So yeah, we've got to kind of wait for the bounces for the short, which is I wasn't prepped. I didn't have my I literally didn't have it up ready to buy on my computer, so I apologize for that again, guys.
Good. So you started out with options, you were saying, right? Or you used to
I
be an
still trade
options. You still
options.
do?
I'm
Does this work with options? The same?
Yeah.
I've never traded options.
Fantastically with options. This is actually almost exclusively how I trade options as well.
Wow.
But I don't trade lunchtime options. Like I would love to come in here and trade market opening bell. That's my preference. Sorry, excuse me. Overall here though, it's just not good price action. We're coming to lunch 12:15 Eastern. I'm just it's not good price action for a trade. But really,
I mean, stock futures is going to come in. Maybe a lot of people are going to start trading that too. It looks really appealing for people who trade options.
Guys, yes. One more thing, guys. People are asking about your own Discord. Emma, what do you have to say about that?
Yes, Honeycomb Discord. Thank you. I will give absolutely a shameless plug, even though I didn't make any of you a damn dollar in the last 44 minutes. I can tell you that we do make a whole lot of dollars in the Discord. It's Honeycomb Discord. I will give anyone who wants free 30 days in the Discord, DM me. Click my name right now if you're listening and DM me and just click I didn't make a damn dollar and I'll give you 30 days free if you DM me. I didn't make a dollar, you suck. I will give you 33 days in the Discord. And I also trade live on X Mondays and Thursdays with Wolf. I trade Tuesday and Friday by myself, screen share, and the rest of the days every day in Discord. I hate trading lunch, and everybody who's in here from the Discord is probably all laughing at me because they know I despise trading lunch. So automatically off the bat, I was already trading when I never trade. So, but yeah, 30 days free in Discord if you DM me. The Discord is Honeycomb Trades. Let me get you the link for the Discord too. We have a free options section, and we're constantly giving away free FFF accounts in there as well, guys. So come check us out. Here's the link as well, but I do suggest you guys get the free 30 days, and you could see that we do make money around there, even though we didn't make money right now. But yeah, I mean, really
take advantage.
Yeah, here you go. Or DM me.
An awesome
There's the Discord. And DM me. Just click my little blue name there and DM me. I will get all of you a discount code for free 30 days, no purchase necessary, if you DM me via the Discord right here, or on X, AmaJama on X, at @Ama_Jamma, same name. So yeah, right here off this bounce, really, I'm looking for, like I said, that the 29,737, and then we get our confirmation at the break of the 29,753 here. So just kind of this big nice candle here, but we've got to expect a little bit of resistance coming in at this previous low a day, which is right here. I would expect a little bit of resistance coming in. This was also a major area we bounced to market close where yesterday's closing print. So it is just a sketchy level overall. So there's really not an A+ setup. I'm definitely looking for longs more than shorts, especially in a bull market where it's this kind of just meltdown selling and not that elevator selling. I always naturally look for a long as we start to carve out a base here. So I'm definitely I'm in agreement with you there that I'm looking for longs more than shorts, Tori, at this point, for sure.
Yeah, I'm hoping this pans out. I just hopped in one, but we'll see if this can fully pan out here. I got in at 731 long, but we'll see if this can maintain above the range. I hate picking the bottom. That's one thing. I see a reversal. I'll see it bounce off a higher time frame level, but it's picking the bottom in a fading the ultimate trend is tough. In this we're in a micro bearish trend here. It's just.
And that's kind of why I love trading with the fibs on these trend days like this, because that 0.25 does give me the range where I feel like we get that confirmation of a reversal. It gets us out of that bull trap zone because it is a standard deviation zone as well. It's a little bit of a combination of a little bit of fibs, but more so just trading behind the math. So sorry, I don't know what that is. Anyway, oh my God, what just happened there? There we go. So yeah, there's nothing to be had here, guys. And it's exactly kind of what I was talking about the first few minutes, that a lot of newer traders and in props in general, it's so easy to just overtrade as a whole and kind of force trades. I mean, I'm coming in to a totally new Discord trying to teach some stuff, take a trade.
Karen?
It's really hard to be
I have a
like,
question.
nope. This is an
So
A
for the
plus
affiliate
setup. I'm gonna
payments,
wait. I'm
remember
not going to
how
take this trade.
yesterday we
Those
saw
type of
that
things.
the coupon
It is
report didn't
tough,
have the number
absolutely.
correctly
So
because it wasn't
we
taken into
get even
Webull?
as experienced traders who
Did
are
you send my
profitable
dad
overall, whether it's
that,
options,
like the report based off of
futures,
that, or how did he
crypto,
get the
whatever
report?
it is, we still do get those same impulsive, kind of wanting to be net profitable. I'm actually going to buy one here too. I like this. I like this.
But when I send it to him, I send it to
I
him.
don't even have a bracket set. I should have a bracket
So
set.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So it should be good.
I'm going to
Okay.
put.
I was just a little worried, but thanks for letting me know.
I don't know why it doesn't
I mean,
include it.
yeah, low day stops really.
Yeah, that was weird, huh?
Yeah,
Are you
right in
done?
this range here,
No.
probably on the 5. Let me pop on the.
I'm just muted.
Okay.
The low of this candle here. Yeah.
Just dilly-dallying right here. It keeps wanting to reject a little bit. This is getting.
Now I am only in one here, so I honestly I'm kind of a little bit. My risk management is definitely off right now. I want to see the we need to see the break in the hold at 29,755. That's where we want to be right here. I do believe this can pop though, and I would look if I was in micros. I am in minis. If I was in micros, I would sell half. At the bottom of the fair value gap around 29,766 here, but because I'm only in one mini, I'm going to let this play out a little bit and get a little more than that. That's a nice pop. I mean, $220 on one mini. I would sell if I was in micros, I would be selling 5 here just to get a little bit under the belt to get us net positive. But because I'm in one mini, I want to see the bottom of the gap here.
What's your usual contract size? Do you trade minis or micros?
I usually trade micros, and I will trade 5, 6 micros, and I usually will take 10 off the bat pretty quickly. There we go.
Beautiful.
All right, so this is pretty much my trim spot. I would be trimming 5 here. However, because I'm in one mini, I unfortunately am going to have to watch it go. I would definitely trim here. Yeah,
if we can get it at 807.
Guys, put a W in the chat. Put a W in the chat. Big W's in the chat. You guys see that?
She's dropping some sauce here.
Some sauce
I'm
on you
actually
guys.
closing that. I'm going to take that because it's the top of the fair value gap, and I expect the 0.25, a little bit of chop at the 0.25. Now, full disclosure, if I was in micros, I didn't want to switch to the other chart. I'm really more focused on teaching with this. I didn't want to switch to my MNQ chart and rechart everything. So I just kept it on. It's fine.
Yeah, I know, but one thing, Amajam, just so you know, one thing is teaching it, the other thing is showing it.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Amazing, you guys, she already told you the education, she already told you what her Discord is, and she showed you her doing it, applying it, and making money, guys.
It's that easy.
I
It really is.
I feel like I fumbled the ball a little bit because normally I would still be in 3 micros. I would trail that up. I would have my stop out at this point at the previous low of day right here. This would be where I'd stop out of my trail, and I would have had 3 micros still right here. In the way I normally trade, I was not prepped for that trade, so I traded a mini. But we did kind of top ticket, I guess. So it is what it is.
Look at that. Now everyone's got 700 reasons why they should join the honey.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Yeah.
I was sweating bullets there, not having it prepped to trade. I mean, come on. Ooh.
I
Didn't miss it, though, didn't miss it.
KT was like,
I'm
yeah,
patient,
feeling it.
guys, with a Y. You need a Y in patience.
Patience
Pay for
pays.
those patients.
Just letting you know, though, we do have to leave Tori and I. Tori and I do have to leave in a couple minutes because we have some busy stuff going on today. And Jammer, you're more than welcome to keep on going as long as you need. Keep teaching. It's up to you. You can end the stream whenever you feel like it. 11, stay in here. As long as she's in here to make sure you're modded and doing good. And then end it when it goes. But before before Tori and I do have to depart, I want to see some people ask some questions to you before you carry on to the next portion. So chat, please drop some questions so we can answer them, whether it's about FFF or Jam or both. FFF, Jam's experience for FFF. She's been an FFF trader for a while too.
Yes, I have. I love FFF. So look, as you can see, what we're seeing now, if we put on the 1 minute as well, look where we're hitting that rejection. And that is why I said, even though normally I wouldn't take all my profits here, to the penny. Where did we reject, guys? The 0.25 to the penny. And that's to be expected. And with the risk reward of this, I didn't mean to move that. With the risk reward, let me get rid of some of these lines here because it's getting a little cluttered. So for me, if we're kind of bottom ticking this trade, meaning we're trying to, bottom tick it and take that long, we want to make sure we're in the trade before halfway up to the 0.25. So like this bottom half, let me get rid of this. Don't need that anymore either. So we wanted to enter the trade somewhere in here because as long as we take it somewhere in here, we have at least the 1-to-1 risk rewards, which is really, really critical in scalping. You don't ever want to take a trade. You ideally want at least a 1-to-2, 1-to-3 risk reward in your day trading. But pure scalping, anytime you are going to open you up to more exposure on your loss than the win, it simply does not make sense because we don't want to have to trade at a 60, 70, 80% win rate just to break even. That's nonsense. So on this trade, because we were before that kind of midpoint of our 0.5 or our full range to the 0.25 here, it made sense to kind of take that trade. And then, of course, like we said, we trimmed it right at that 0.25. Normally, I would still have a couple micros because I do believe if we test this 0.25 and break it again, I think we really start to get a little bit bullish here, and I might take another trade, actually. So we'll see. I actually wanted it on that back test right there that we bounced on. Right, so we just inverted that fair value gap as well. Butter baby. So we're right at that 0.25. This is like bull trap zone. And it's also a level of confluence as well because this is our triple bottom level. That is also where we're hitting resistance right now. So it's not only a point of confluence, it is yesterday's closing print, very close to. We actually just above, but it is this double bottom here from pre-market, London low, all the things, pre-market low, whatever your catchphrases you prefer to use. So in general, it is a major zone that we are dialed in on here. But I do believe if we break this, we're going to get a heavy pop at this point, but we got to break it first. And we don't want to cheat this entry. People in Discord know I talk about cheater entries where it's kind of in volatility. Especially first like 30 to 60 minutes. Cheater entries are like those surge volume entries. You're taking it maybe just below a high a day, just below a major point, but you could see the volatility surge and it should rip through there. That's like a cheater entry. I don't take those during lunch. I need confirmation during lunch simply because it moves a lot slower.
So Tori, you're getting hyped, Tori. What are you
I just hit
seeing,
TP. Tori? I just hit TP for 300 ticks. So we're chilling. Let's go.
Jam, sorry to interrupt. I just saw Tori getting hyped, pumping his fizz. He's like, let's go.
I wish I still had some. I bought a mini. Normally, I would still be in right now, and we would just be riding. I might trim top tick and take the $600, guys. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. I was sweating. I'm not gonna lie when it was having the rejections there because we're bearish on the whole New York sesh. So it's like I hate being in these fading moves like this, but this could be the start of
They're my least
win
favorite.
Is a win.
Yeah.
A green day is a green day. Any money a day. He's a doctor's away.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And that's exactly locking up those profits. You know, so now if we get a heavy bounce, if we do back test this 0.25, and get a little volume coming in. I also love the bullish volume coming in because it's not big volume compared to the first part of the day, but for lunchtime volume, when we reference it, I always reference my volume in real time to like the 30 minutes before it. And as we could see in the 30 minutes before it, it is the best buy volume we've had. So I like that as well.
Yeah.
We'll see how this
Huge.
plays out.
And the fact we took out all the previous lows too, we did take out some liquidity. We did kind of hit a higher time frame. For me, I'm seeing like we hit a 4-hour old, like, because I like to pay attention to also, if you ever see like old areas that offered selling, you know, on a higher time frame, you could pan them out and they should offer new buying if we break through it.
Yeah.
So we finally did hit like an old 4-hour zone, and that's giving us pretty good support on this way up. So I mean, who knows? We might start pumping all break New York
would
highs.
not
That'd be
doubt.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, and today's sell, even though it was bearish overall, it was very muted selling in comparison to, you know, normal bearish days. This was very muting selling. We stayed green overall on the day. We did not, I don't believe we flipped red on the day overall. So just, yeah, not heavy selling there. Oh shit, I missed my 0.25 back test for entry. No. I'm not gonna chase any here, guys. I wanted that back test.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is our time to go, Amajama. Again,
right,
thank you, chat, for letting us be here. Thank you guys for the
blast, yeah.
education.
Great sauce though, you know.
Corey
it
and
was-
I will see you guys on Friday, but Amajama is going to continue it. Okay, guys? So
Yeah, I'll hang out for a little bit
People
here.
hang out for a
Nice
little
to
as long
meet
as
you,
you
Corey.
can. Don't stress
Yeah,
out how
understood.
much time or anything.
It was a fun
Emma
session.
Jam,
We learned a
enjoy.
lot. You know, I like hearing about your strategy. I hope everyone paid attention in the chat. I saw you guys trying to roast David and I in the chat there the whole time, but pay attention, guys. She's
Yeah,
gonna
guys,
drop
pay
in sauce for
attention.
you guys. So
You guys could have been up a lot today. So
yeah,
pay attention. Make fun of us or be up a lot. What's better?
it's fun, honestly. Thank you for hopping on with us, Amma.
Thank you,
And-
Amajama.
and-
Thank you, Honeycomb. See you guys in a bit.
You're welcome. I will answer some of these questions that I totally missed. By the way, that 0.25 back test right there is hitting 50 points on its own, 35 points on its own, not 50 yet.
Let's go.
Let me go through some of these questions here and then
All
we'll
Bye-bye, guys.
bye guys. Showing harder than, yeah, I was a teacher, believe it or not. So I think that is not patience. Seems to go. Thank you, Vans. So I heard you talking about options, use certain strategy and don't touch others. Yes, I despise EMA and MA trading. I talk crap about it all the time. I don't touch it. I'm not a big fan of lagging indicators, i.e. MA, EMA. I use like the 200 on the daily and that's about it. They are great to use. Okay, so now here's our 0.25 back test. Let's see how we play out here. I do use them on I'm gonna pull up, hold on, let me pull up MNQ. I trade away. I'm gonna trade minis on that. No, F it. You know what? We'll just trade minis. All right. So anyway, what was the question again? Oh, yeah, I don't like MAs, EMAs, like crossovers, those type of things. I'm not big into orb trading because I think with orb trading, there's a lot of times where on choppy days, especially, or on high volatility days, I think orb can prevent you from taking really fantastic trades. Because you're like, oh, you know, we're still below whatever or within the orb, whatever it might be. There's our entry. I'm taking that. We'll see if we get the pop. I'm 600 up. I will risk that half that or something. Again, I'm in a mini, so unfortunately, it's much more volatile than I'd prefer. But it's for teaching purposes only today, guys. So yeah, I'm not big orb trader. VWAP is okay-ish. I'm about money, price action, volume, fibs, those type of things. That's really what I'm all about. Volume, fibs, liquidity, things like that. We need to get this pop now. I don't want to even touch that 0.25 again. I want to rock it here, or I'm going to cut it because, you know, I don't want to back test that 0.25 again. I want it to push right now. This needs to push now, or I don't like it. Like this 1 minute candle. Yeah, no. Suffocate it. If it doesn't pop up, I'll cut it. Because if we lose that 0.25, we're coming all the way back down. That is unfortunate, y'all. That is unfortunate. I got the back test I wanted, and I gave it all back up. We'll have to cut it here. I don't want to cut at the end of a red candle. Let it get a chance to pop back up. We don't panic sell this. I knew I was exposing myself to my whole 600 I made. We don't panic sell at the bottom of a red candle. I needed to sell right at that 0.25 and didn't do so. As soon as this pulls back at all, I'm cutting it. I'm out. I'm cutting that one, guys. This is going to come all the way back down. Sorry. I usually trade minis or micros, and I would have been able to cut that 0.25. I'm stuck with the 1 minis, so it is what it is. If it pops back up, that's okay. I'm literally using this as a teaching opportunity. I'm not worried about it at all. If we reclaim the 0.25 and we break back above 812, I do think we get the full retrace to the 0.5. I don't see that being an issue. I do believe we get the pop. Looks like it wants to pop. I'm playing a little bit too fast right now because I could have got out of that at break even right here, but I just don't trust it. I wanted to see that 0.25 really push through. We got the back test confirmation. We got the candle close and it didn't break. And now we're getting the rejection. So it's actually looking like it might be a short. Anyway, what other questions do we have? How we deal with losses? How do we get better at taking them? Right there. You know, not letting myself go net. This is a brand new account I was using for just this. Not letting yourself go net negative. You know, I was up 600. I'm up 150. It's unfortunate, but I'm not going to spin into the next trade. Take 15 minutes between losses and don't touch the chart, because no matter what, as new traders, we're going to carry a loss into, we're going to carry the next loss into our trades. Especially new traders, it's really hard to take a loss and then not let that emotion pile on to the next trade. So in general, just kind of walking away, taking a minute between trades and cutting quicker. Because it's more volatile, honestly, because I'm in NQ instead of MNQ. This played out way different. I would have made much more money on the first trade, and I would have lost much less money on the second trade. Again, I'm just teaching. I hope I come back. I'm hoping invited back to live trade, and we will live trade minis, or excuse me, micros at that point. This is holding that 0.25. So what other questions we got? You see that 0.7 for me? No. You guys are all haters in here. I'm about to roast all of you. You better watch it. Y'all, if I like the vibes though, everybody roasting, you need to come to our Discord. I think I could have been canceled about 84 times in the last month. I swear. Like, if you like to have fun, come check us out. YOLO the minis, girl. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we're going to give away some free accounts for sure. What the F? Seal of the most. I like the prime accounts. I actually like the velocities, and I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but it is true. I like the velocities a lot. I'm very tempted to take this long again, guys, and this isn't even like YOLO. This is like pure price action. I think it's gonna pop this time. I'm doing it. F it. This one's gonna pop this time. And if it doesn't, it's okay. It's an eval. This key area, it's wanting to hold. You could see it wanting to hold here. You could see it wanting to push up. I think the volume is reasonable. And I expect to pop at least to 29, 25 to 30 points here. At least into here. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's okay. You gotta be okay digging back in there as well. You gotta be okay digging back in there. I don't want this candle flip right at all. Let's pop it back up. Come on. Let's go. Pop it for mama. Could follow through for me? Come on. Now, I'm choosing not to take the 200 profits, guys. I'm playing a little like opened up here. So just an FYI, I did have 200 on the board. I'm choosing not to take that. If this was a funded, I would have absolutely taken that and had a stop loss. I'm really kind of playing it for fun here, trying to let it play out at this 0.25. So, but like I say with options too, if I'm alerting a trade and I expect to be in and out of that trade in 20 seconds, it was a shit ass alert. It wasn't a good alert. Period. I'm not going to call something out that I'm looking for pennies on. Nope. I want money. If I'm trading, I want freaking money on the trade. But if you're trying to get an eval or you're funded, take your $150 and move on. But I'm trying to sell myself as a teacher, damn it. Rip this. If we get rejection here at that same wick, I will take the $150 and wait till the next one. Wait for the next one. To get out of the hole. It's okay. And now I can't end the stream till I'm at 50,000. What was it? 635, right? Full port longs. Oh, there we get it. As I'm reading the comments, we popped. I took my 150. Oh, give me a clown emoji for that. Come on. And there it is. There it is. Give me a clown emoji. Who's the first one to give me a clown emoji? I might have a count to give away, but no one's listening. Oh my God, that took so damn long. King 3 EYE, DM me. I'll give you a free account. You were the first one to give me the clown emoji. I would have been back to break even there, up that 600. Womp. You could see it going here. It's okay. I'm just having fun now because I am trading minis and it's an eval. And my ego is bruised that I had to take a $300 loss I shouldn't have taken. So I got a bruised ego. Oh, he's a mod. He's not eligible. Sorry. Okay. I guess I get to keep my account then because no one else got first clown emoji. Sorry, guys. Now you guys have to blow up the DMs and tell them that you want me back to stream with you guys again because I had to shake out those nerves the first hour. We'll have fun in here. Don't you worry about that. This thing's chopping at the 0.25. Not ideal, but I do believe as long as we can kind of hold this range here, because I do have to wrap this in a few. If we can hold this range here, I think that, and I'm not saying this like an uneducated slob, I'm saying that with education and conviction, that if we hold this range here, we should hit this 0.5. So like a smaller couple micro trade, guys, buying it up in here, setting your stops below that previous low a day, 767. Let's talk like this. All right. So if this is our long here and we take it right at our 0.25, we set our stops at these previous lows right here. We set our targets right here. I bet this plays out. And if this plays out, I'm going to come back into this Discord. And I'm going to say, I'm going to give away an account to someone. Or maybe I don't know. I'll do something. I'll do something. Because it's going to, I believe it's going to hit. We're forming a base where we need to form a base at this 0.25. I'm just playing really tight. My putts. Hey, Meow-kun, you better cut your pizza into squares. I'm from Chicago. If you don't eat squares pizza with sausage only, get the F out of my city. Like, seriously. Squares and sausage. I don't want to hear no New York. No New York. Nope. No friggin' South Haven or New Haven or Crap Haven or whatever you want to call it. It's Chicago. Come on. Chicago, there's nothing like a Cracker Crisp. And we don't call it Cracker Crisp. That's what and it's not that deep dish, Chicago. Nope, that's for the tourists. None of that. Nope. You gotta go to like Pequods. You gotta go to them in the south side of Chicago. I grew up in the south suburbs, and I went to University of Illinois Chicago and then University of Chicago for graduate school. Not that kind of square. That's French bread pizza. That don't count. That's like Stouffer's shit right there. Come on. I mean, this is my fade. This is just some real crap price action. I mean, I could be wrong. It's dipping into the no man's land. It's got to push soon here. I do believe it does push, but I mean, we made a whole $292. I fumbled the bag twice, guys. Oh, block. That's hilarious. Don't be knocking Chicago. Chicago is beautiful downtown, but Obach is crazy. Chief Keef. Obach rappers, King Von. Oh, you guys crack me up. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Chicago. Yep, Chicago is beautiful. The 8-1 of eesh. New York's floppy. Give me a slice. Let me get a slice of that floppy pizza. Eesh, that's gross. That's what she said. What's that hot dog spot that talks shit? Oh God, I'm trying to think. I know what you're talking about. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I haven't had the New York good slices. Good slices. I lived over in Cape May, New Jersey for a while. I was in my late teens. So we're just chopping at this 0.25. It's no fun. But anyway, if you guys enjoy that, like this is literally how every single one of our streams are over in Honeycomb too. I hope you guys come check us out. like for real. You know, the trading did kind of suck, and I only got through about half of the stuff I wanted to teach. Education wise, I do believe this consolidation here is going to rip. I'm really, hell yeah. I was I was supposed to maybe be in New York earlier this week for Wolf's little convention thing he had. Wolf Spaces. What was that? Tuesday, Monday? Monday? Yeah. But I decided not to go. So anyway, the longer we consolidate here, I do believe the better consolidation at a higher low overall. So if we consolidate in this area here, I'm not a big pattern trader, but you know, little like head and shoulders type pattern. And then if we could kind of break through this neckline, is what we need to see overall. And even though this was a 209, next time. Kidding. All right. Well, I do have to actually get off the stream here. I will definitely be back. You guys got to blow up the chat and tell them you want Amma Jamma back to stream with you guys. Oh God, I knew the second I opened my mouth and I started that sentence, I was like, I gotta finish this sentence with acting like I didn't just say that sentence. So nice try, Ethan. But yeah, like let them know for sure. Put it in suggestions, like blow it up with let's get some more Amma Jamma back, because like seriously, this is gonna put I want to like just sit here. My ego wants to just sit here to see the long target hit. And actually we might not come right into the 0.5. We might, because it is a little bit weaker, so I will cheat it a little bit, and let's say like 865 29865. I do believe we get to that level. I would be shocked if we didn't. I would be shocked if we didn't. Yep, I agree, Johnny boy. And it's just lunch. This is just lunch trading, but it does look like it wants to get a little push off of here for sure. Let me look at the 5-minute real quick. Yeah. This is, and it's funny because we're actually holding the back test of the original fair value gap that we played for our first trade. Right here, there it is. So it's bouncing right off that too and holding. There we go. Come on. I know some of you guys are still in that long because I told you, like, the only reason I'm not in it is because I had my stupid minis up and I'm being lazy. I didn't want to pull up the other NQ chart. So like I'm like slap happy. I've been trading for 5 hours now. I did opening bell trading, all that. So this is it. Let's get that rip. Here we go. This is pretty strong. I think I believe we should pop through here. He pays, $1,000. So yeah, I mean, lunch trading feels like work because it's just such bad price action. Lunch trading feels like work. Morning trading, I love trading market open. I love, I'm not a big overnight trader. I don't like low volume trading. Like I said, it's sexy for everybody who trades options wants to talk about London London low, London high, all that. There's no volume. It doesn't matter. The only reason these levels matter is because retail traders made them matter. It's all retail trading action coming off those levels. That's it. Like for me, it annoys me because there's no volume behind it. There's nothing there. So I like the first 90 minutes of the day. That's what matters. Yeah, you do. Exactly. It's like you have to work harder for lunchtime profit. It's just it's not my jam. Some lunchtime trades can be phenomenal. But coming into the afternoon, guys, just keep an eye on this. I'm really looking at that 29, 887. Like, 29,900. That is kind of my profit range or my target range. That's the final Big Bowser final boss profit right there. This is where this is our profit range. Let me put text on that and I'll put it in the chat for you. Yeah. But it's just really just chopping along the way. So it could take a while to get there. Every time it looks like it wants to have that nice push where all the boxes are checked, it's just not getting the follow through. So we'll see. But anyway, I'm not going to hold the mods in here hostage any longer. I appreciate all you guys. I will be back. I'm sure David will invite me back for streaming. I'm on, again, shameless plug time. Here is my X account, not XXX, my X account. Get your heads out of the gutter. Here you go. So come follow me there. I live trade a couple days a week on there. You can also see links. And again, just free 30-day trial for my Discord, KT's Discord, our Discord, the Discord I work at. DM me here on FFF. No, I will not DM you. No, don't listen to scammers. You have to DM me. And I will give you the code to get a free 30 days. No purchase necessary in our Discord. Come hang out, live trade with us. I have a feeling you'll make money and you'll stay. And then I live trade on X every day but Wednesday. I live trade on X as well. So, all right. Thanks, guys, for all the love. I appreciate you. Kega Year's Discord manager. All right. I appreciate all you guys. I will be back. Bye, everybody. Bye.
This content is presented by Funded Futures Family for educational and entertainment purposes only. This live show does not provide financial or investment advice. Futures trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for everyone. All trades, analysis, market opinions, and commentary reflect personal perspectives only and may change without notice. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Simulated performance results have inherent limitations and do not represent actual live trading. You are solely responsible for your own trading decisions, risk management, and results. Always do your own research and consult a licensed financial professional before making any trading decisions. Viewing this content does not create a client, advisory, or fiduciary relationship. This